Hey everybody, MotorPoet59 here. To hear the mainstream media today and the Never Trumpers, the Democrats, progressives, liberals, and even some conservatives, you would think that Donald Trump is the first president we've ever had that didn't act presidential, whatever that means, that spoke his mind and didn't care if he stepped on people's toes. I actually find that refreshing because it's the kind of person I am. I don't go out of my way to hurt people, but if I have something to say, I'm going to say it. And if somebody's toes get stepped on out of it, so be it. That's the way it is. And if it's going to trigger you and make you need to go to a safe zone, that's your problem, not mine. Because if you got something to say, you got to speak your mind, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm not going to go home and cry about it. I'm not going to get on the computer and call you names, and I'm not going to do any of that. I'm done. I'm done with it. When the debate or the argument's done, it's done. I may comment about it, but I'm not going to get butthurt about it. And that's how Donald Trump is, and I appreciate that. I'm tired of politicians telling people what they want to hear. We need a person in the White House, and we need people in Congress and in the Senate and everywhere else that are the same way. We need real people in there, not polished politicians that know what to say. Look at the Democrats bitch about Trump, but they don't say anything about people like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She's an idiot. Joe Biden, he's an idiot. Why are they letting these people speak? When Joe Biden was vice president, Obama didn't give him many assignments because he was already an idiot. But anyway, if you think that these have been horrible, the most horrible mudslinging presidential contests in history, and that we're so divided now, it's because you don't know your history. You won't pick up a book. You won't pick up a book anymore. You get on your computer and look it up. But you won't read the history of our presidencies. There are pieces on that the History Channel did years ago about all the presidents. It talks about them, and it doesn't get in depth, but it gives you a really good idea of how these presidents were, how they worked, and what they did. And there are a couple of in-depth ones. Go on YouTube and search United States presidents, and it'll bring you all kinds of programs that talk about this. Or you can get a book like this. This is a book called The First 10. I bought this at a library sale 5 or 6 years ago here in Bakersfield for 50 cents. It was written in 1964, but it doesn't matter because it talks about the first 10 presidents, and nothing in their history has changed since 1964. It's still the same. But John Adams and Thomas Jefferson, almost every one of these first 10 presidents was not considered presidential except for George Washington. I'm not going to get into all the things it says about it. I can sit here and talk about this book all day long. It's a great book. If you ever see it and have the opportunity to purchase it, you should. I'm not done with this, even though I bought it about 5 years ago. I haven't finished reading it. I am up to, got my glasses on, James Monroe right now, who was a fairly popular president, but not always. And these guys were not people. They were good politicians. Many of them were involved in the framing of the Constitution. They were brilliant. Few of them were well-spoken. Andrew Jackson, go watch a biography. Go find a biography or read a biography or see one on TV about Andrew Jackson, and come back and tell me how terrible of a president Donald Trump is now. He doesn't act presidential. And I've heard people say, yeah, but we've progressed. No, we haven't. The human species hasn't grown up. We have not progressed past being assholes. I hate it when I hear people say that. We're no different now than we were 200 years ago. We're a little taller. We're quite a bit fatter. But in general, in numbers, percentage and stuff, we're really no better educated. We have so many people that drop out of school, don't finish even elementary school a lot of times now. So don't give me that crap. Stop saying things like that. It just makes you sound ignorant of the history of the United States of America and of humanity. But no, these presidential campaigns are nothing. The reason that these ones seem so bad is for one reason only: social media. Prior to social media, campaigns were just campaigns. You watched the debates, they did some mudslinging there, you read some stuff in the papers that somebody said, and that's the way it worked. But now, everybody's an armchair politician. Everybody's an armchair analyst, just like me. The only difference between me and most of you is that I get books like this and read them. I mean, look at this. Look at all those books. They're not all about politics. A lot of them are histories of this, that, and the other, railroad books, but a lot of them are about politicians. And I don't keep all the books I read. That's ridiculous. I don't have room for it. And a lot of the books that I've read on political science and politicians and autobiographies, I get rid of them when I'm done with them. Take them down to the library sales where I bought this. Read. Start thinking for yourself. Stop letting the media think for you. I don't care which side of the aisle you sit on. Stop letting the media think for you. Stop letting your political party think for you. If you're a conservative, you may not really right now have a whole lot in common with the Republican Party. I still vote Republican because the Republican Party is the party that is most closely aligned with my views and beliefs and vision for the long-term health of America. But read. Get off your couches. Turn your TVs off unless you're going to watch a history piece about the presidents or about politics, about how things work. Because I see so many people who don't know how things work. They're completely ignorant. I hear things. I was going to make a whole video out of this, but I'm not going to. Hear people, they throw the Constitution around, but when you get right down to what they're saying, all they're talking about is the Bill of Rights. And all the Bill of Rights is, I'm not trying to lessen its importance by saying all it's about, but those were the amendments that dealt with the people. The Constitution, most people don't even know what it says. Get a copy of the Constitution and read it. Study it. You don't have to get a doctorate on the damn thing, but look at that is where it sets out how America is going to be run, how presidents are elected, the whole 9 yards, everything. The way our government works is laid out in the Constitution, word for word. And you learn that when you read, when you study. When you don't, just repeat shit the media tells you, or your buddies on Facebook, whether you're both conservatives or both liberals or whatever. Doesn't matter. But anyway, books, websites, libraries. They still have libraries, you know that? They're all closed right now, but we still have libraries. Bakersfield still has a huge, beautiful library. And I'm sure that the town you live in, even if it's a small town, has a public library. Go down there, check it out. Let me know what you think. Comments below. Shoot me an email at motopoet59@gmail.com. Like, share, subscribe. Click on the bell if you want to be notified of future content. And we'll see you all later. Maybe at a library.